Hey guys, what up? What up? What up? I am back, and following yesterday's stream, we have farmed quite a bit. Haven't really made any. Haven't really made any changes to my character since yesterday. I've mostly been farming. I'm up to 1400 raw FE, with a whole lot of FE split in different areas which I have yet to liquidate. But the plan right now, at least, oh yeah, I did get this. The plan right now is to keep farming and save up for a warden's breastpin because it's not gonna get any cheaper. Sadly, I kind of wish I saved up for the unique helmet back when it was a bit more affordable for the unique. Well, almost like 5k FE. Now it is not 5k FE. So we're going to be doing the same thing for the amulet before the main mass of people who can actually get it are actually buying it. You know, so yeah, we're going to be trying to get up to 3000 FE, and we'll go from there when I get there. Odds are I'll go for something that's double corroded. We'll see. In any case, that's the current plan. We are farming Q beacon farming, but I am considering removing the Q part of this farm and then just double downing on beacon farming so that I can effectively run maps without any input cost. Well, I guess it depends on the dev shell. No input cost, right? There will be input costs in the form of the maps I am actually putting in versus selling, but I wouldn't be spending money out of my, like, I wouldn't be spending currency to actually do that. But that being said, I am also considering brother in Christ, can you not trap me like that? I am also considering doing that, but also using a scare up so I drop even more beacons, and with the extra beacons the plan would then be to sell it, because I am very tilted towards dropping glacial abyss beacons, because I mean they are worth way more in terms of currency because the boss is worth more to kill. I forget which boss, which watcher drops Warden's breastpin. I'll have to check. I know it's not glacial abyss. I feel like it's blistering lava sea or something. But or it's glacial. I mean, it's not. I used to think it was glacial abyss, but I don't think it's glacial abyss anymore. I think once upon a time it might have been, but not right now, at least. Let me see what the compasses look like, and then I'll make a decision. Also, let me just confirm what I was just saying. Who has Warden's breastpin? It's not you. Yeah, it's not you. Not you either. Do I think those gloves are worth a decent amount? Unless Warden's breastpin is no longer, I mean, it wouldn't make sense if it wasn't the watcher drop anymore, now would it? Hmm. Where on earth can you drop? Can you drop everywhere now? See, I was going to just do my thing, but like now I gotta know. Yeah, but which watcher? Surely it's not you, right? It's like I don't see you here. I wish they added a way to price check these things here. It's not there. It's not there. I think I was farming. Oh, so it was you. So there's still a reason to farm these bosses. Steel Forge because you can get Warden's Breastpin. Okay, so now we know who. Now we know. That being said, time to actually check why I came here. Not you, you. You are expensive, yeah. You're like 9 FE. I think the purple one I can make do with in profound because beacons are just more plentiful. But while I am here, I think veteran would be what I would do. So how would this tree work if I chose to do what I want to do, i.e. Giga Beacon Farm? Lord knows I have farmed a shit ton of winding keys and I have just been using them all myself. But hey, so that means we take this away. And I think we go for if no legendary or above compass are inserted, that guy. So this allows us to do certain things that we couldn't before. We then reset. We then reset this guy. So the plan is to use a blue compass, a veteran's compass. So that means we're going to be spending money to get our beacons, which means we're giga charging magic monster drop chance. We can consider 6% chance to replicate, but we don't really have to. This will still count because it counts as us having no compasses, even though we do have compasses. Bosses, on the other hand, still have a chance to drop beacons, right? That's a thing, right? Yeah, it is. And they have a chance to turn their resonance. So we still want to put as many bosses in our map as possible. So we have two options here. We do a thinner and slap on this guy for an extra boss, or we go this way and take all these extra points for bosses, skipping out on this guy. Or better still, we do this, we add a boss compass to the mix and we take more boss nodes. I think that's what we're gonna do. We're going to stop there. Then we're going to make them drop more shit. Bosses, I mean. Realistically, I'm going to use a boss's compass. Let's just make it guaranteed that we drop something of value from them. Good. Now that it's guaranteed we're dropping something of value, we have 4 points. That's not enough for what I want to do because we need to get here. Also not enough for here. Let's just get a rare. Let's just get that. So we're going to be using Veterans Compass as well as Magic Compass. So we're adding bosses for Netherrealm Resonance and Winding Keys, as well as some beacons, while we're also putting magic monsters for beacons. That is what we're going to do. So we're going to search here for 1.5. I'm going to buy a ton of them like this. All right. The compass makes them tanky enough as is with the blessing that I kind of just don't want to, you know, lightly add like reduced damage taken for bosses, because that could become very, very problematic very quick. That guy is so much quicker than the remaining bosses. It's ridiculous. Ooh. All right. 4 beacons first map. Not a bad start. Those 4 beacons should more than pay for the price of that map, because like the Glacial Abyss alone is, it was 4 point something. Yeah, it's still over 4 FE right now. So those 2 alone that got replicated equals $8 FE. The compasses cost, I want to say 3.5 FE. So any one resonance drop, or any, if the Glacial Abyss drops once, it pays for it. If it gets replicated, big profits already. And then if it drops, if I have anything else that drops like that. So I'm going to just keep doing this and we'll see how well it ends up paying. Because if there's one thing people need, it's beacons. Oh, sure. Defeat all monsters in this stage within a certain amount of time. All right. I remember this layout properly, this should be a dead end. Yep. Oh shit, that's a lot of FE. How much is this? 57? Sheesh. 59 total. I will take that. Thank you very much. I want to sell all my Netherrealm resonance, or almost all, because this is also a big chunk of my profits. 0.09. To 530. Okay, leaving myself with 47 just for good measure. That is also going to be something that this strat is supposed to be printing, so I kind of want to have a decent idea how much I'm getting in that regard. But that being said, okay, I didn't take that one. All right, cool. I just have to be sure. And then of course there's snow paper, but I already sold my snow paper, so there isn't much. Dude, these guys are. All right. What the? Of course. Because why shouldn't their abilities do damage once they die? Why should that despawn? What business does he have despawning? There's also a different node I thought about taking with my current setup, but I just felt like it would take kind of too much investment. And but I will look at it again just to make sure, see where I spend my points, see where, if I can see if there's a universe where I take it even with the investment, because let's see. Thank you very much. And that is this guy. I think it's like here. No. This one. If there are no compasses, a boss has a 30% chance to spawn to drop a compass. But it will take all these nodes, which I mean, these are not wasted points. But unless I am compass farming, it doesn't make sense to do it, you know. You can just straight up doesn't. So it's way too much investment for just a 3% chance. I already have 87 resonance. I left myself with 17, right? And those 17 I probably farmed from the actual maps. I might need to invest into duration for God of War. I don't like that it expires. I really don't like that it expires. Now, granted, I am also spending extra time on each pack killing the monsters, right? Still. Big. This is 3 glacial abysses. That's huge. So let's see. I spent some points towards the end on stuff I felt like I could live without. What are those things? You. Probably you. Need to drop you. Spend those 4 points instead on duration. For God of War. That reminds me, God of War actually has a compass that's good for what I wanted to do. Holy shit, they removed the purple one. I guess this would be the one. I can't believe they removed the purple one. The purple one was the one that wouldn't allow you to have the boost from God of War, but then you'd be much more likely to get attacked by enemies during God of War, which I think in that case we're going to be magic monsters or something. Yeah, magic monsters and be affected by drop affixes. So yeah, like this is just a 3% chance, 6%, 9%, 22% chance to be attacked. Actually, no, it's a 9% chance on a new floor and a 22% chance on the 10th floor. Which, I mean, as you might expect, is unideal. The Queen's disciples, or whatever they call themselves, that drop a shit ton of beacons. Those guys will actually end up earning me a lot of currency. I like how after every single map I do, I'm literally seeing the map I'm running's number go higher. Same with my NetherRealm Resonance. I'm spending it to run the maps, and I'm actively watching it go higher. At the end of the day, the only thing I will need to spend on are the compasses, and they are not expensive. There we go. So let me see, just how many compasses do I have now? I have 169. Yeah. And then for magics, I need more of it. I have 200. All right. So I have enough for 200 maps, which means effectively I should not need to spend any amount of currency for 200-ish maps. I guess it's not quite 200 if bosses are also on the lower side. So let's fix that real quick. I need 30 of this, or 29 to be precise. $29, $19, $12, $4, done. And of course I sold this just because. So now I'm back to over 1,000 FE, even though I was just buying mats. Actually, I'm at 999 exactly. So now I should have exactly 200 of these and exactly 200 of these, but I'm 5 short of this. So I'm literally looking for a 5 stack. Sick. There we go, 5 stack. Now we have 200 maps exactly, or 199 maps, I guess. No, 198 maps, because it's exactly 2 stacks. And now I'm just going to blast these 198 maps without spending any amount of currency. And in the meantime, we should be making a decent amount of money. I'm actually very curious to see how much of the main resources I would have by the end of it, including like beacons, netherrealm resonance, winding keys, all of that. Actually quite curious. So maybe I'll try not liquidating for 200 maps, but like I feel like that'd be overkill, but we'll see. Brother in Christ. Holy fucking shit, dude. I don't think I don't know that I want to hold off for that long, simply because I would want to make upgrades at some point in there to actually you know, make the farm a bit more efficient, because I'm not one-shotting these bosses or anything like that. They said they increased the buffed the drops of these league mechanic monsters. Consider me not impressed. Absolutely not freaking impressed, I'll tell you that much. How do I even know when I've completed 200-ish maps? I guess when I run out of either one of those compasses, I just assume I'm around 200, because I'm not dropping compasses like that. So I think that's a decent place to start from. This boss in shots is gonna kill me. What was that? 35% chance for him to appear in reinforcement. Oh, that's good. One Neffy, because why not? before we continue, let's actually do this before I forget, because I am going to forget. Reset hack vault, because we got another one of those keys yesterday, so we might as well try. Oh god, it's the freaking radiation thing. On the bright side, they aren't running nearly as far as they were yesterday, so assuming there's no modifier that's giving them extra movement speed, that is. Let's hope we get a lot of FE stacks or FE rewards. These radiated ground, it hurts. If I wasn't live based, I think I would be dying here. So I think this season I am going to stay live based. What a weird way to decide, but like I think there's enough of BS from the league mechanic that has you perma taking damage that I would rather be able to have the instant recovery from like life source and whatnot, and instant recovery, than dealing with ES charge. But the one problem I have with that is that's one less 50% aura I can use, which is unideal. So unless I can make it so, I mean, I can make it so ES charge never stops, but then to do that, it still wouldn't be as good as like instant recovery, because like this just makes sure if I don't get one shot, I'm not dying, so long as I have, you know, so long as I have charges, which feels really, really comfy. It's a feeling I think I won't say I slept on it, because I always knew it felt really nice. But I guess I would say I underestimated in past seasons, because I always just quickly went into ES ASAP. I mean, there's some content that I'd probably be better off with ES charge or perma ES charge, like maybe Kitava, because Kitava has you because with Kitava, his breath attack right now, if you use like instant recharge, you're going to run out of charges before he's run out of, you know, breath, because that should just last forever. Maybe now they've designed Kitava so that you're not supposed to last the full 3 minutes, but like it's so weird, so bizarre to have like content you're supposed to die in, if that is the actual design goal for it. And for those who are not PoE players and are wondering who the fuck Kitava is, I'm talking about the daily challenge or drag guy. I think his name's Ordrag at least. But the dragon guy that you were meant to be killing every day, that guy. The BS I'm having to eat in this fucking zone though. Like without life source and the consistent like literal source, like I'm literally being spoon fed charges by all the things I'm killing. Without those consistent charges and like everything I'm actually gaining there, I would have died so many times already. from the bodyguards themselves to their reinforcements, if I wasn't getting like a consistent. Brother in Christ, you don't have to run that far. Of course I die. Because y'all are so spread out. Alright. Come on. Get cold. Surely this guy is going to be very juicy because I actually cleared all the rooms. This is nice. Oh shit, 86. Okay, this one actually competed with my first vault in terms of pure FE. But that said, it didn't compete in terms of... It did not compete in terms of base mod drops. That's for damn sure. That is for damn sure. All right, where were we? So that's 83 FE. Put that right there beside us. And let's keep clearing maps. All right, we have a bounty. Let's see what we got. Okay. Dude, can you like not run too far away, please, and thank you. For a second, I was like, is that 50 stack of FE? No. No, it in fact wasn't. How does clockwork even work with the season mechanic? it just doesn't, right? Like, just there's no universe where it can work, because I think this current season mechanic doesn't really fit too well with the current base game. I mean, look at how I've known it's been very awkward with like it's been very awkward with God of War, and it's always been the main reason I skip it, because I'm typically on God of War, because I playing Moto without the movement from God of War sounds like pain. But like, I'm just now thinking about the other mechanics that want you to do stuff within a certain amount of time. You're just not going to be able to do this, like stay here for 30 seconds, and the fact that it's like 30 seconds, nothing less, you know. Probably doesn't work well with Nightmare either, you know. Like, if it was something that the mobs followed you or something, like they were spawned right beside you, then sure. But that is far from the case. Far from the case. I have 24 Thunderwave, 17 Lava Sea, 11 Void Lands. Is this the one that has 4 extra bosses? I suspect it is. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just the one from the compasses. Yeah, it looks like it's just the ones from the compasses.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Thanks, man.
I hate this guy. I have put the combination of like all the strats I've tried in the past 24 hours together to what I assume will be the most profit I can make farming beacons. And I mean, so far so good. I just invested like 200. I just bought like 200 of the compasses I need. So I need 2 different compasses. Invested in that. That's the only amount of money I need to put into the strats, because I plan on self-sustaining my own glacial abysses, and I mean, I currently am. So it feels like every single map I run, I'm coming out with, like, instead of having my beacons go down, it's going up. So that's kind of hilarious. But then I was at like 50% XP when this started. Let's just say now I'm down to like 30, because sometimes you just get an overlay of like certain bosses and it's just like, oh, okay. And keep in mind, these guys are not squishy. These fuckers are not squishy, but I didn't make them tanky. Like, they're not insanely tanky like the ones I was facing this afternoon. or anything like that, but they're not squishy. Like I'm not one-shotting them. You take me anywhere from like 6 to like 10 seconds to kill. But then having to deal with potentially sometimes 3 of them at the same time. It can't kill you. Let's just say. Especially when they have these kinds of AoE. My guy, can you die? Thank you. Calling strike feels so nice for a shot like this too. Feels so weird having it, but like it feels so good at the same time. I haven't been dropping as many glacial abysses in the past like 4-ish maps. Unlucky streak. So this is the second map in Hero. The very first wave of enemies gives me a map, but like it's not glacial abyss. I think this map might have that Queen's Disciple, maybe, hopefully, maybe not.
Jim was insane, but we did it. She was crazy.
Congrats.
Thanks, bro.
How are you feeling?
Feel good, feel good. Buying 68 bombs to do some boss rushing for the Merc.
Sounds good.
That ring was insane. That ring was insanely hard to craft, bro.
You spammed Reforge live on or
Reforge live till T1.
And then is recoup a prefix or a suffix?
I'm pretty sure it's a suffix, which makes it even ass. Yeah, it's a suffix. So it's till T1 recoup.
Then you reforge.
And then you need, well, Protect Reforge cost me a lot because after you hit that Reforge, you still need to clean because you want that to be a 2 mod. That's what guarantees the mirror.
Yeah, I know.
So just the amount of times I would get it and lose it, or like you get it and you lose it instantly, or you get it from the Reforge with T1 res and you lose both instantly. Because you could lose the res and still Reforge life. It's a low chance, but you could try. But you could lose the life and it's insane. At some point I stopped doing the Reforge and just started exalting and annulling. Because like after being like 50D in Protect, suffix can't be changed, like it was getting rough. It's like 1 div for 5300 red.
Okay.
I was just clicking 10D over and over at some point just because you could go 4D without seeing tier 1 Reforge, and that shit is ass.
Ooh. 4 glacial abysses. 5. Oh. Thank you very much. Yeah, that sounds painful.
That it was, friend. That it was.
We got the confusion card. Beautiful. The confusion card you want to see when you're on beacon farming. Did y'all just replicate? Did you ever finish Invincible? Is it like the new season? I assume you didn't. And he's not here.
Yeah, I read the book. I know everything that happens.
Oh, okay.
Why?
No. I literally just said replicate and I remembered it.
Invincible, the guy that can literally never catch a break.
I'm guessing the book has finished.
I actually don't know if the book is finished or not. I don't think so.
How far in did you? Ooh. How far in did you get?
Can't tell you.
Like, I'm not saying like story wise, but like how many books?
I don't know. I was reading it online. The book's actually really expensive IRL after the show blew up.
I can imagine.
I really wanted to get them.
It is what it is.
It gets really good though. I just don't know if it'll. There was a bit of interesting lore around the show. Like they kind of outsourced the animation to North Korean animation studios.
How come?
North Korean. I don't know. Like, that's just the most random thing I've ever heard in my life because it's North Korea. They're not
No.
like you know what I'm like.
Yeah.
That's not really. So like, what were those people being paid? So first of all, how do they? Like, I don't know. Yeah.
How did that go?
We don't really know. Like they didn't really speak on it. It just like it leaked in some of the files for the animation studio, because it was kind of going through some drama. People weren't sure if there's gonna get a full season because they got a half season, like because of animation drama. I don't know, man. People just don't pay animators well. It's just it's rough. Like you think about Spider-Man, how sick of a product that is, and you realize that people just don't. Yeah, they just don't pay what animators are worth, and so. And also, this is owned by Amazon Studios, right? So, definitely.
I'm not trying to pay any extra
They
amount.
definitely are trying to cut costs wherever. So when I heard about the North Korean shit, I was just like, well, yes, Amazon, yeah, fits the bill.
There's some areas that get the league mechanic with the bounty, and I'm just like, holy, we're ready to just AFK. When it's like a very closed off area and there's only one exit, you can just stand at the entrance and say, oh, yeah, come. You know, but there's not enough space for them to actually leave you.
Yeah.
Like, okay, come on, just be trooping out. $1.7 billion hits. Sheesh.
Since my rings can now completely fix the res. You're saying?
Fix what res? Yours?
Of the mark of the Doriani mark. Should I try to go for?
Through your auras?
No. Well, it does. The aura's unaffected, right? Because of the Ichimonji.
Have you gotten your Smolder Strike?
I'm prepping the maps to go in.
I would say get it first before making assumptions, but yeah, after your Smolder Strike, okay.
Does that mean I could just go for like? Would you recommend a Defiance amulet or, lightning damage taken as something like, amulet? What would you recommend?
If you just want survivability, and your amulet slot is free.
Great wolves with lightning damage, right?
You still could just go purples, wouldn't you? You have a source of lucky.
Fair, yeah. Do people just count on the? Like, what are people counting on for the.
You take lucky. Like, there's not much to
Just
it.
lucky. That's it.
I mean, I was using Eternal Damnation, but again, I had lucky coming from elsewhere. You don't want to play lightning without lucky. You don't want to play armor stacking without lucky, because you're going to be taking volatility.
Yeah, which makes sense. Oh yeah, we do take volatility, yeah.
Taking volatility for lucky is troll.
Good call.
But with lucky, it's an insane damage boost. Dude, look at. Why don't you just take a look at my ship and see how many beacons I'm dropping? Now, granted, that one in particular was from a special type of monster that I got a confusion card for. So like, it's going to be my next 4 maps, and like baseline has a 3% chance of showing up in my maps. But like, when it shows up, you're just literally printing maps. And even aside it, you know, I have magic monsters dropping. I'm juicing bosses, I'm juicing magic monsters, I'm juicing magic monster pack size or packs, and I'm juicing chance for beacons to drop from magic monsters as well as bosses, and of course and boss numbers. So like, TLDR, at a minimum, every single map I have 3 mini bosses. At a minimum, I have 3 bosses. At a maximum, I have about 8. Each boss has a chance to drop beacons. Each beacon has a very decent chance to replicate. Magic monsters have a very healthy chance to drop me beacons. I have multiple sources of extra magic monsters in my maps. Bosses drop me Netherrealm Resonance. They drop me Winding Keys. I forget if I made them drop me anything else, but I remember those 2 at least. So now that I'm, without having to, like, once I buy my compasses, my maps are being self-sustained, overly self-sustained, to the point where I'll have excess and I'll sell. I'm printing Netherrealm Resonance, and Netherrealm Resonance went up in price. I think it's like 9 FE or something for a full 90 something for a full stack, 95 for a full stack. Winding Keys are also pretty healthy money. And I'm pretty sure there was at least one more thing, but I don't remember it at this point. Snowpaper. Can't be juicing that many bosses without the guaranteed snowpaper. And the compasses themselves cost me like 3.5-ish FE total for 2 compasses, but it still counts like I have no compasses because I took a different node that would make it that way. So I still got the bigger bonuses from certain nodes that don't want you to have compasses. Pretty happy with the tree and the tree's performance so far. Is the TLDR. Like I don't know how many maps I'm in. I am, let's say, 17-ish maps in. Yeah, I'd say about 17. Wait. 16 maps in. I started with like 17 Netherrealm Resonance. I'm currently at 400. Winding Keys have been unlucky. I only have 13. But I have almost 20 of each beacon. I had some beacons before I started with this particular tree, but like I've been farming beacons here as hybrid for like half a day. So some of these beacons are from before that, but I've also just been non-stop running Glacial Abyss, and I was down to I think 5 Glacial Abysses when I made this tree, And right now I have 16. But because of how tanky the bosses are, I will say it does require like, oh, thank you very much. It does require, oh, this guy's going to drop me hella beacons, right? No, Sag.
What does the confusion card do?
The confusion card just
Is
spawned
this a
them
pet
up.
strat?
No, there aren't actually pets for beacons as far as I know. Dude, these drones.
This is reproducible. I guess you have T8 points, T8 trap points that I don't though.
Yeah, the trap points are pretty strong.
I'm gonna need a carry for that, I think. Just think I'm still far away from getting right there. I haven't played the game today though. I've just been so busy.
Dude, this is
Nope.
BS. With okay, I completed the bounty because like, god damn, that was BS. Anyways, I think you can do it personally. You were already pretty decently close to it. Okay, I couldn't see where I was standing, so that is understandable that I died there. All right, buddy, so this map is the map I'm going to die like. Surely there's no way I break with this map, right? Surely there's absolutely no way I break it. Oh, and by the way, when it comes to things like compasses, it seems like around this time of day is the cheapest time to buy them, as well as
using compasses for this strategy?
Oh yeah, 100%. They're not mandatory, but they definitely make it more, you know. They act like, oh my fuck, what is killing me? Okay, I'm going to lure someone, but this is BS. Come here. The layout on this map is absolute ass for dealing with these bosses. I break the map. Fucking hell. That map's layout is ass for dealing with bosses. You can't even see the projectiles.
Shotgun you in the corner.
Like it's Demi-Man Village, and the funny thing was like I was considering this map as a map to run to ignore confusion cards, but after what I just experienced, like fuck that. Because like if it's as linear as this is, it's easy to kill all the mobs and not have to worry about missing any magic mobs and all of that. But like bosses at that end, fuck that. All I can say at this point.
Confusion cards are the cool version of
cool version of
altars, I think, for TLI. They're what makes mapping system replayable.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree.
Like, I don't think this is the type of content I will create time for yet, but I definitely am fascinated by the idea of creating video essay content about these kinds of systems in ARPGs, because I think they're actually one of the coolest parts of ARPGs. Like a video that says, we have to be psych. Let's imagine this like, the script of the video sound like, we have to be fucking psychos, right? Writing the same shit over and over. Your friends are playing COD, having diverse experiences because PvP is enough to change a game and make it feel different every time because, you know, players are just naturally different. But we don't do that. What the fuck is wrong with us? In this video, we're going to talk about what separates ARPGs and what makes us being able to queue the same map over and over. I just think it's a fascinating study. Maybe something I should probably try to send.
That's something I'd watch. And that's as someone who enjoys game dev shit. I think it will be interesting to deep dive into the psychology of ARPGs and what makes them good and what makes them bad.
I think I should send it. Actually, try to commit to pushing the idea. I've had many videos like that, right? Like the Val Orb is one of the big ones for me. Like I've always been very interested in the idea of like the corrupting and just like creating like the risk system or the gamble system. I just think there's so many systems in the RPGs that exist in other games, but you get to really push the limits of them in the RPGs.
I mean, ARPGs are the only ones where it's like you're expected to spend your money to make even more money in a way where other games just don't.
That's a huge one.
Like, yeah, in other games you can spend your money to make more money, but typically it's like, I don't know, some games would do like some fake investments where it's like, oh, you put in this amount and then in like 2 hours of gameplay time or whatever you get however much back, and others will have it so
that's when you're supposed to get them back. Yeah,
others would be like, you are going to pay. Others would treat it like outlaw bounties. You put in 50, you get back you run a mission, you get back 150. You know what to expect and you're just grinding for it with some variance here and there, but nothing insane put as a potential drop, but just like you know what you're getting out of it. Albeit there might be some variance, like when it comes to like, let's say MMOs, you're going in for, let's say, wood or for some resource. You know you're trying to get 1,000 timber an hour, but sometimes you get like 950, sometimes you get 1,100, but like it's well within a very low range, unless you're AFK or unless you're not paying attention, then it drops and all of that, but ARPGs are like, put in 100 FE, you might get back 300 or you might get back 5,000. You don't know. Now the chances of getting back 5,000 are very slim, but they can happen. That was dumb.
I just think it's a way to highlight, right? That way you can give feedback to different systems of other games. But it'll be a focused feedback video where you could just be like, this is why I think this ARPG could be better, without it being a full review of the video game, which is a whole undertaking in itself.
Yeah. D4 especially needs it. Last Epoch as well. Like, I have my opinions on like why Last Epoch feels the way it does, and I mean, a big part of that, in my opinion, is just the lack of trade focus. And I get why there's a lack of trade focus, and of course the SSF environment is amazing in that game and everything, but I think there's a few limiting factors for Last Epoch specifically as to why it just doesn't vibe with me nearly as much as like other ARPGs. And I think the biggest one is just aspirational drops just feel kind of lackluster there, and I think at its core it's because of a lack of economy. If you don't care about an aspirational drop, then it's valueless in Last Epoch. Whereas I look at the unique you dropped yesterday in TLI, you don't give a fuck about that unique, you didn't know it existed, but actually gave you giga dopamine because you knew that meant you just, it aggregates all your drops into, this is progress for my character regardless of how exciting the item actually is for my character. So that by that being the case, your brain equates that drop to progress. So it doesn't matter if you drop the unique for your build or you drop an equally valued unique of a different build. they mean the same thing to your brain. And by being that way, you do not have to have the deterministic feature of, oh, I am getting it by doing this. I'm just putting in the time so I can get this unique out of it. Instead, it's like I am playing the game to earn progress slowly but surely as I work towards getting the my character to where I want my character to get to, if that makes sense.
That's a really good way to put it.
That is why I think Ellie fails to keep me excited, because like, yeah, I care about the uniques, but in many ways in Ellie, unless I'm actually, if I have reached a point where I have crafted what I need to, unless I drop an upgrade, I don't feel like I'm actually making progress on my character. I am putting in the hours, but I don't feel like I'm making progress until that item drops. Brother in Christ, free me. Until the upgrade drops, until the next exalted item drops, until the next legendary item drops, until I get that LP to hit just how I want it to hit, and I you know get the exalted to smash it with and all of that. Until all those things happen, I am not actually making progress. I am just playing the game, and that feels bad. And of course, because of that, they have to add determinism to certain factors, because otherwise it would be even worse. But like D4 on launch. And I think D4 suffers from similar things where it's like there really is no. I mean, D4 also doesn't have an economy, so it also doesn't have.
The closest thing D4 has is the runes, but they also don't really have anything close to an effective trading system. So
yeah, like if D4 polished their rune system, and they actually made it so maybe expensive, like if runes were the de facto currency that people traded with, as an example, then you could have dopamine when you drop a jar rune, or when you drop this or that. And honestly, D4 in its current state with runes could have potential, but like, I guess part of it is they just haven't put in the time into making it so there are things you actually want to trade. There's too much friction in their trading system.
Doesn't really exist.
Yeah, basically, it's just sites, third-party sites that, I mean, they kind of work, but like, I don't want to deal with that shit. They're not developing APIs to make it a seamless experience. They're not trying to improve that. There's no quality of life, and as such, like, I mostly play D4 SSF unless like I know I'm going to need like a 4 LP item that I just don't want to farm, then sure. Or I'm trying to get an early unique legendary item or whatever that's I just don't have access to yet, then sure, I will probably buy it. And I would want to keep gold for if I make that decision. But I trade in D4, I sell things in D4 not to make progress on my character, but to make sure that if I were to want something, I could afford it. Which is a very big contrast from like other trade environments where I picked the wrong fucking one. I should have gone for the magic monster one. I got blinded by the FE. I lost my train of thoughts. But anyways, all this to say, D4 bad.
Touch.
But if you're diving into topics like those and in ways that actually breaks down the systems and like explains like kind of like how what like the not necessarily just like the psychology of why it feels good, but like the psychology of why it feels good in a way where players can relate, I think the content would actually thrive or could actually see a lot of traction, because people enjoy video essays and that are portrayed in an interesting way and they can relate to, and there's nothing if not a wide audience base for like ARPGs.
Is it wide, or is it a little bit more niche compared to other gaming communities?
I mean, it's every gaming community is niche compared to like news, so everything is niche when compared to other things. I mean, look at how big the ARPG content creators actually are. I would say ARPG content creators actually get big, and that shows like it's not as niche as it once was. Like once upon a time, yeah, I would have called it niche, but now ARPGs in general, and I'm not saying like PoE. If you say PoE, like, you know, if you specify just the one, then maybe. But like ARPG in general, it's becoming pretty mainstream, with PoE 2 becoming as popular as it is, D4 being as casual as it is. These games in the genre have expanded the audience from being the niche audience it used to be to it being a much wider range of, you know, players. And as more and more casuals gets introduced to D4, there'll be more and more casuals that will try PoE and will like it, and some will not. And PoE's player base and interest on it will go. And even then, even those that don't like it, there'll be some that find it fascinating even if they don't like it. So again, they would still be interested in the content. And even asides that, you still have the very few people who will, let's say they only care about PoE 2. They don't really care about the others, but they might still be interested to see like what there is, like what's fun about the others, or are curious, but like they couldn't actually get into it when they tried playing it. Like they are still curious as to why the other games are good. It's like when you hear people talk, like make video essays on D2. Like, I never played D2. Do I care to play D2? Maybe. If I could convince myself to, maybe I would. But like, I'm not jumping for joy at the thought of playing it, you know. But would I watch a video about
yeah, you watch a video about it. Like
exactly. Yeah, like about why
it's special
and how that like has translated to the greater ARPG community and stuff. I would watch that.
I'll actually start working on it then. Okay.
I mean, what do you have to lose? If it's something you actually want to make, I don't see a downside to making it.
Yeah.
All right, how far in are we? We have 500 resonance.
You know, DM is gonna voice a monster in PoE 2.
He is?
Yeah.
Lol. That's kind of funny. For next season or like just in the future?
It might be the next season. Actually, it might be the next season.
Did he release a video on it or something?
Not on it. He got he's tweeted that he recorded some stuff with the audio team. Because he's there.
But yeah, he did say he was going to
he's going to interview them.
Yeah. That should be pretty cool.
Hopefully we get some good content from that.
Yeah.
I'm just a good content enjoyer, really.
I'm looking forward to next PoE 2 season.
Same, I'm looking forward to approaching that fresh.
Like, I think I've spent enough time away. Exactly. I think I spent enough time away from it that I'm just like, yeah, I would genuinely enjoy playing it again. I don't think I necessarily got to that point after the last season, before this season that got released, like before Dawn of the Hunt. I don't think I got to the point where I was done having a break from it. So I don't think I stayed on the game as much as I could have as a result. But I think I've completely detoxed essentially.
So we need to be able to enjoy the game again. Get a
What'd you say?
PoE league, or we. So we need to be able to enjoy the game again. It's hard to enjoy the game if PoE1 isn't doing well,
That is
or
true.
like given treated. So, because then you're like, fuck, man. You know, could have been.
I was even thinking of
And,
PoE one
shit.
per se, but like I didn't have anything take my mind space like PoE one typically would.
Yeah, yeah. That's
So
kind of what I
like
meant. I
like
just
in
didn't
the
say it that
break,
well.
because like it's like now that I played a lot of PoE one, like I thought about nothing but PoE one for like a month, 2 months. Then TLI has come. I'm able to like play that, really get into it, and I'm still not done with PoE one. So I'll eventually go back, keep playing that, and then PoE two comes out. I haven't thought about PoE two in the slightest in the past like 3-ish months, 4 months. Then being able to come back, my mind is fresh on it, and I'm willing to consume the content again, and hopefully something else will come out. TLI, I'm hoping you come out, but like something else comes out before PoE one, and I'm able to like really get out of PoE one zone, so I can come back with a fresh mind, because it feels really nice being able to just re-get into like PoE 1 or 2 when you haven't like engaged with it in a while. And this is coming from someone who really enjoyed this PoE season. I really got to play around with the new sandbox of mercenaries and all that. And honestly, without mercenaries, I don't know that I would have had nearly as much fun this season, because I would have been, I feel like I would have been strapped for what kind of builds I could make that would feel different from what I've already played. And I would play like 1 or 2, like I'd have gone defilers without mercenaries, and then past that I might have gone change of command again, because I probably would have. And then that I wouldn't have theory crafted anything else. I wouldn't even be thinking of a third build, most likely, because what else at that point? It's like, what else is there that I haven't already explored? The reason I can do the same thing for like Infernal Legion is because I haven't explored the Infernal Legion, because it's just been shite, but mercenaries enable it. I can maybe look at something else that's like giga weak for minions, but maybe some mercenaries would enable it a bit more. Because like I can't think of many more effects that would be the case, because like, I mean, I could do the same thing, I guess, for Sentinel of Radiance and really push him to be like insane. Maybe have him and Infernal Legion AG be goated together. I think that should be something that should honestly be what I end up doing with my build rather than the witch, because I mean, why not? I'm giga scaling generic fire dot and malevolence aura and all of these things, and that should help me with the Sentinel of Radiance's giga aura. And he already has like insane base AoE, but like I should probably make it a guardian just because of the extra dot, and I think it would actually stack with the Radiance guy. So but like, what else is there in the minion space that hasn't worked for years, or like just is absolute meme? I would play around with stuff like that to make it work with mercenaries, because of how much power they provide and just how much they potentially enable as a result. The one problem I see with Sentinel of Radiance though, and why it wouldn't work with AG, is his range for his fire aura is massive, and it's massive to the point that it might outrange Gravebind on my AG. And if it outranges Gravebind on the AG, then I'm not going to be getting explode, and I will be missing out on Profane Bloom. That was the big reason why I didn't do it the first time. I just remembered. Profane Bloom.
Bro, fan.
I mean, to be fair, if the dot is high enough, I don't need Profane Bloom when everything just melts regardless, right? I will probably consider for both of them. Maybe I'll just slap on a Guardian POB, see how much Sentinel of Radiance is going to do with all the stats we currently have, but like his fire dot is not going to be anything compared to like Infernal. I won't say it's not going to be anything. It would incentivize me to scale minion life, which I am currently not, but I kind of have no reason to want to scale minion life because I'm scaling minion damage as much as like I am. But I guess in the same vein, I could probably revisit Sentinel of Radiance and give it a fair shot, other than, you know, having AG be the burner. I could actually just make him the main DPS, scale the fuck out of minion life, and instead of pairing him with like SRS of enormity, which is what I was doing last time for a single target, instead I could just do instead I could just have a support AG in that one and really try to boost him. Probably be a dying breath angle and whatnot. I could also just use explode. I think I feel like I could be wrong, but if Sentinel of Radiance, we could have an explode AG, but we could also have him just kill with dots, which should count as, oh my fucking god, what is wrong with this guy? He's taking no damage. Is it like the platform? Are we not exploding on him? Anyways, what was I saying before that? I could have an explode AG. I could just allow the Sentinel kill with the dots, which should count as my kill, and then I just have like an Oriat's end. Always an option. If I play around with both ideas, I'll probably just end up making a Sentinel of Radiance, pure Sentinel of Radiance build with the same mercenary that I used for the other guy. The problem is he's not going to have nearly as much in the way of fire dot multi, but he's also going to be scaling up for minion life to make his Giga Aura bigger. So I'd be scaling the fuck out of minion life, minion damage, fire dot multi. He on my AG would actually need an Amanamus because he isn't going to be getting dot multi from elsewhere. And it'll be my chance to play Guardian this league with all the reservation that I would have. But why would I need the extra reservation? Maybe just to make myself tanky. You would have to be using the minion fire res aura thing, which means I can giga juice aura effect and be like an aura bot scaling purity of fire, purity and whatnot. So that could honestly end up playing like an aura bot scaling like early res, so that my Sentinel of Radiance would have even more life and all of that.
Bro, I've gotten 5 strength guys in a row, bro.
All Eruptors and Strikers.
Earthshaker, Eruptor, Striker. Just one, yeah, it's just one smolder. I've seen literally hundreds.
That, I mean,
Because smolder is strength, right?
Smolder is strength, yes.
So I'm just feeling, just feeling the roll.
I think I got the special. I got the special monster that drops beacons there. Dropped 4 beacons.
Obvious. 4.
I mean all T8s. I only count T8 beacons. I don't I don't know if I'm dropping T7, but like I had to recolor my T8 so that they actually look special. Because the base filter that Don the Crown has them looking like Fleetings used to look like. I'm like, there's no dopamine there. This shit is like expensive. Let me see when I get it.
Yeah, because Eternal still tank.
Yeah, he's actually changed Fleetings at least to now tank. I hate this worm. I hate this worm so freaking much. With how narrow the maps are, my guy would just decide, okay, now everywhere is gonna explode. How's that? Or he would just designate, okay, this spot, you can't step here or you die. Try stepping there, see what happens. and even if you kill him, those spots are still there. So if you were to think, oh, I can now dash. Good luck, my friend. Good fucking luck. Needless to say, the boss rushing is going swell.
Oh.
What'd you say?
So, you said something about the boss rushing going swell.
Now I just complained about it for like 5 minutes, and then I ended it with needless to say the boss rushing is going swell.
I'm boss rushing as well.
Yeah, but you're not dying as much.
In the A-bomb. But I am boss rushing.
Yeah, I know.
I figured I don't want to get this guy and him be 81. That'd actually be ass. Because he might chain die. And it'll be pissing me off.
I mean, you definitely don't want him to be 81. I don't know if he would chain die though. Like they already made a change earlier in the season where they smoothed out the tankiness curve, so that's it basically the way they explained it was by doing that, instead of having it so it scaled the way it did, where it would basically feel like things directly below a threshold feel like ass, but like they become gods when they pass it. Now it's a more smooth experience. So 81 wouldn't feel like as bad as it probably did on league starts.
I mean, that's pretty good then, if that's the case.
Dude.
Striker. Touch.
Welcome to my boss rushing world. Well, the world I was at when I was looking for every other mercenary I caught for every other build. Pokemon style.
I didn't actually process that shit was actually gonna take this long. I can't believe I sold him. Well, to be fair, it was Fallen Reverend I had, so I've never had a Smolder Strike because I thought they were dog shit. Turns out they're perfect for this one setup.
That's basically how mercenaries are. There's one that is actually perfect for what you need it to do, but other than that one, every other one has a comma. So you need to find that one. I mean, didn't you hear me complain about crew mistresses? I found like 8, actually more than 8, in the time it took me to find a single Wither Touch. But like before that, I never had issues finding Wither Touches.
Thank God I don't need a particular aura. That would be insane.
I mean, my first one had Malevolence. You know how happy I am about that. If I had to continue searching because... But can't Smolder Strike spawn with Endure? Which means if you don't have a source of endurance charges...
Smolder Strike!
If you don't have a source of endurance charges, it can be your source of endurance charges.
Wait, he has axes.
I think he can use swords. I mean, you brought up the idea, so I guess I have to assume.
I mean...
Did you find it somewhere? Smolder Strike. Let me see. One-handed axes, shields, one-handed swords. Yeah, you can use one-handed swords.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay,
You can use trust and swords.
Reserve.
No, he doesn't have endure. He has punishment though.
He has molten shell, punishment, and infernal cry, which is actually really good. This is really exciting. Oh shit, I'm free.
Congrats.
I'm free.
Smolder Strike is one of the more common ones.
I know. I'm glad. I just tried to find Frost Hand. Like I was watching Captain Lance. When he rolled that build, he's been trying to find a Frost Hand for that Necro setup for so long.
And it's ironic because I saw so many Frost Hands trying to find my Wither Touch. Hey man, did you have a POB for your final Mage Blood Spectre Necro? I cannot seem to find it. Yes, I have a POB for my high budgets. Exclamation mark build should get you to my spreadsheet. Yeah, you're looking for the high budget one in there.
really enjoying Russian setup.
Cyclone?
Like, obviously, not the same defensive shell, but I mean, just being able to cycle around the map, I guess I took that for granted. Because my shit is defensively awesome and does a lot of damage as well. But
You are welcome.
you forget how chill it is to cycle on
I mean,
and not think.
as someone who only did Cyclone in last epoch and got very tired of it very quick. I mean,
You haven't done it here?
in PoE. No.
Shit. I'd love to see you cook up an Aracali's Fang setup then.
I'm not really interested in the snapshotting. That's the Arcali's Fang is.
Everyone I see isn't snapshotting with that though. Aren't people hitting duck cap at the moment without snapshotting in this league? Didn't I call out a setup I saw?
Thing is, hitting dub tap is not the thing. They are snapshotting. They basically summon and then they swap their weapons so that
I
they
didn't
can
see this person swap, but I'll double check.
Because they are using squares to have
I know the tech
12
you're
lane.
talking about.
Yeah.
I know the tech you're talking about. Because I started the private league to do it.
So unless like they're moving around with the square, they're switching to an Aegis or whatever else so they can be better defensively once they summon their swords or their spiders rather. Got my mage blood, makes it so good. Congratulations. That's always a big upgrade.
I think the guy I was watching actually just used Squire, by the way. That's his main.
Yeah, but like if you just use square, then that's suboptimal. That's just the truth.
I mean, if anything you've taught me, it's that, you know, that's okay.
Yes.
You Squire hit duck cap? Is that really that bad? You taught me that.
Yeah. But then why not be the defensive tank you can be and switch to it like it's valid?
Fair.
That's the problem. It's an option. And it presses it's one
Let me
button.
check his endgame setup.
It's like if you could go from having, let's say, 55% block to being 90% block with the press of a button mid-map, wouldn't you?
I mean, he had a decent defensive shell, like almost 100k armor with Mage Blood. Kinda cool.
Yeah, like you can make it work with Squire. It's just Squire sucks as a
defensive.
defensive.
So D-Term had no reservation.
Dude, this boss. I'm tired of seeing this worm. He pisses me off so much. Ugh. Okay. So I'm gonna say okay. In the time when I was respawning, man's created the ground you must not step on, and me dashing to go fight him again. Of course, I didn't see it on time, so I stepped right on it. And everything is one shots. He's going to do the ground rumbling thing. If you're on any of these circles that he creates, you die when he explodes. You manage to hide between. He's going to do it the second time, he's going to make sure there's one under you, so you have to move. He is big, so you can't go anywhere near him. Otherwise, you can't actually see if there's anything directly under you. There's a lot of terrain. You don't actually know at all spots in all maps that there is nothing under you because of this. The nature of the fight makes sense for the boss fight arena he was made for. But once you put him in any of the other layouts that he's just been spawning in, that goes right out the window. So now, when he's done with that, you know what he's going to do instantly while you just spent time finding a perfect spot to not get hit by multiple circles? Yeah, he's going to shoot a direct projectile at you. That basically has no barely has an animation. It's just like literal. It looks like literal toothpicks, but it has GMP, so it's not just one projectile. It's like 4 going in a cone. So you have to just be anywhere else to the side, but you can't be because many maps are like very narrow, so you can't really be to the side. So if you lapse in attention for even a split second, that's gonna kill you. But if you were to dodge that, Then he's going to create a rain of projectiles right on wherever you are in that moment. Once he finishes the next animation, and then if you stand there for like even half a second, you die. But then if you leave there, he's going to start everything all over again. So like that one, like I don't care as much for like the other bosses, but that one in particular, screw him. Screw that guy. Now that you have your mage, Kelson, now that you have your mage blood, do you have the full package to convert from like to Coda and Chaos, or are you playing the version before that without the conversion? Lol. And then Twitch decides now is a good time to almost start ads. Okay, no, this is the 5 minutes. It's gonna start in 5 minutes. All right, that's fair. Dude, let me out. Big beacons. Oh shit. 5 glacial abysses. I will take you. Thank you very much. We are up to 17 glacial abysses. Flourishing might is how much? Not that much. I think there's a very strong chance I end up going Iris next league, which is why I haven't actually used that chest. I need to figure out if I'm going to use that chest for Iris next league or if I should use it for Moto this league. I think realistically I should use it for Moto this league, and next league there will probably be a battle pack spirit I can get either from city defense from this league, because if I have my way I'm going to get another chest from city defense, or like just from somewhere. Imagine just what number you would see if you could do slash kills. Because like I feel like
Holy shit, though.
I feel like TLI has less
Actually,
monsters
they have
than
less monsters in other games.
PoE. However, with this current season mechanic, I feel like this season compared to like previous seasons, you could easily have like 2 to 3x. Oh god, it's that guy. It's the fucking worm. Is he dead? Okay, he is. Compared to like old seasons, I feel like you could easily have like you could already be surpassing your kills on those characters just because of just how many monsters the current season mechanic just be pooping out. These have been selling. Let's actually go. Oh, I guess it's just the one thing that sold. 1.4. We are still quite a distance away from. Desire cores are getting more expensive. The freaking warp. And of course he's hasted, because why wouldn't he be? Oh my fuck, can you die? Thank you. You know, I'm gonna get so much more DPS just because of you. Down to 164, which means we've done 30 something maps at this point. The worm is so consistently in my maps, it's hilarious. It doesn't know how to not be in my maps. That looked like I saw 15 eyes. I was like, huh? Another worm. Why not create ground that looks exactly like the one I'm stepping on, just so I can, you know, die? It is so consistent. I see a worm, I die. The question is which of his mechanics will kill me. And I killed him too, was the funny thing. Like, apparently he died. Do we have a full stack of snow paper yet? Oh yeah, we do. Full stack of snow paper. 53 winding keys. How much are winding keys right now? Oh, these fuckers are expensive. 0.5 a piece. Actually, it's a bit more than 0.5, but yeah. So that means this is what, 25 F in just winding keys. Elixir of Oblivions. This is... When did I get so many? These are 0.25 a piece. 0.3. They're going up in price. These are at 700 now. What else do I get from killing them? I mean, these guys are all just expensive. The Oblivion Lava Sea is like 3.8, almost 4. Steel Forge 3.2. Thunder Waste is 3. So the one I have the most of is just 3. Huh. Interesting. I think to actually eat the damage from these bosses, I'm going to need to have my slates. I'm going to need to use like a lot of legendary slates and whatnot. It'll be the whole conversion tech that I did lastly. That's how I would end up working it out. Conversion tech and then minus elemental damage taken. That's my guess, at least. That plus the belt, the less damage taking belt mod. Hey, at least it wasn't the worm that killed me this time. Take the small wins where we can. I really want to fit in a hunting A-bomb into my build. Real talk. I just need to figure out how. I mean, the simple answer is timid on hits. And the simple answer is, again, rings. But those fuckers they are probably still too expensive. And I spent like 1k FE yesterday trying to get them on Nightmare. Didn't work. Legit spent 1,000 FE. Didn't even get any of the curses as a choice one time. So I don't feel motivated to keep trying for that. So let's see. $2k for the base. Nah, I can't even use this because this is not eye level 100. 100 is like 6k. These guys are selling for like 6k. That's not happening. That's not an upgrade I'm going to spend 6k on. I'd rather just keep trying with Dream than to even think about that one. Let me guess. Just show me the worm. Where is he at? There. And I die. Let's just get it over with. Worm die. All right. Going to need to lure some of you away. All right, where's the next worm? I know there's another one. There always is. Is that all? What do we have here? Armor, which is nice. Percent armor, again nice. Minion damage, really nice. I think we're going to switch to this over the ES we're currently using. We lose life, but we gain a ton of armor. A lot more armor, at least. Destroy everything else. Then hero traits, upgrade. I am playing Iris 1 and I see that builds have this consistent exploding green effect. Know where it comes from? On Iris 1, consistent green exploding effects. I think what you're referring to is your hero traits. That is number 3. Your third hero traits. There are 2 options. They are using Wind Rider. So going to your hero traits, you see these 2 options. There's one that says Wind Rider. You choose that and then press your passive button. It would become a channeled ability, and you would see that effect. It wouldn't be as frequent until you invest like into minimum channel stacks and whatnot, but that is the source of what I assume you're talking about. It doesn't actually do damage, but it's a buff that helps your minions. All right, give me a quick second, I shall be back. All right, I am back and I have a drink. Let's go. Ah, jeez. All right, where were we? The only way this strat I think would be better is if I could self-sustain compasses. No, that would be OP. Oh god. How are y'all killing me? Like, we haven't even gotten to the bosses to kill me yet. All right, I'm gonna need you to come out. If there was a way to self-sustain compasses, then shit, I would do it. Now that you can do that with clockwork, like self-sustain compasses as well as beacons, because you can get both as rewards from those securities. I guess those security, the compass really does just make you drop mostly compasses, right? So only the compasses. There are no bonus monsters in that map except the compass. Thank you very much. Give me that beacon. I feel like I should. There's a universe where I do the league mechanic because they might honestly have a chance at dropping beacons and whatnot. Might have a chance. That said, I don't think I've seen them drop it. Thank you for. Oh god, there's a second. There's literally 2 worms. Yeah, I wasn't prepared for this. All right, constable, come here. Yeah, I mean, the death is just, it's just a way of life at this point. Okay, 1 is dead, 2nd is dead. Fuck y'all. I think this is fine. Like the moment you decide you're going to run around him to watch out for the projectile, my guy will leave landmines for you. And by the time you say you're going to watch out for the landmines, my guy is going to shoot projectiles right in your face. You just can't win with him. Not to mention being blessed means attack cast speed, so it's not like you have the space to watch for the animation. At least I think it means attack cast speed. I don't think I've seen a blessed enemy that doesn't have like more attack cast speed than I'm used to for that mob type. What is the bounty? Damaging area that inflicts slow near player every 6 seconds, and then defeat reinforcements. Let's go. Do they not expire? Of course they don't. Why would they? And of course they do giga damage, because why wouldn't they? Oh, this is just for 1 FE. Oh, 10. Okay. Means better than nothing. I'll take it. Please tell me there's no worm in this map. I'd be so happy. Is it true? There's no worm? Oh, this was a good map. What do you know? When there are no worms, I don't die. I think at this point, I'm just going to use, while I'm doing this strat, I'm probably going to be using the tokens to make sure I don't lose XP. I have so many, might as well use them. See if we can get to level 93. Oh, and then the watcher is coming in to try to beat me up too, because why not? 2 bosses and the watcher. My kind of map, I guess. Honestly, I should also. There are a few things I think I need to do to really elevate my damage in some interesting ways. I need my hero trait 2 to be like hero trait level 3. If I can spend money on that, that'd be a big DPS boost. And if I can pair that with an increase to, okay, you're not the one that I was expected to kill me, but I mean, if there are no worms, I guess you can take the worm space or place killing me. Anyways, then I would pair that with a synthetic troops T-gem upgrade, because I think that would be a really good way to utilize the extra life I'd be getting. That said, how much is hero memories, discipline with level to hero trait and ultimates? 2500 for +2. 1788. These are all +2s. So I guess the only rows as +2. This would actually be a very decent source of damage for me. Because then I'd have to check TLI DB for this. Brother in Christ. TLI DB. Why would that go to TLI and not Torchlight DB? Anyways, heroes, boom Moto. We would get it up to every 40 life from the current 60 we have it, which means at 6k life we would have had, what is this, 100% additional damage, whereas we would now have 150. Yeah, it is 50% more damage essentially. This is a 50% more damage multiplier coming from 60, which is a lot of damage. A lot of damage coming from health, of course. Then health scaling becomes even better. Oh, this is a cube map. Dude, what is all that? Oh god, it's a worm. Oh wait. It's a worm in an open space. You got no power over me, my dude. Try me. We actually have the space to fight. Of course I didn't die. Okay, so someone else was there ready to kill me instead. These are all literally evasion bases. I just realized. I just clocked the fact that they're all evasion. I don't need evasion. How much life does he have, or do they have? Right now, they're sitting at how much life? 6,800. And I think that would honestly make me go mechanical mod, and that'd be a DPS boost as well. But then the question is, do I want to switch false god skins for Warden's breastpin, which would run me how much? Another fizz 3k or 4,200, or do I spend 2,500 on that other one? The answer is I get both. Duh. I think Warden's breastplate will be a bigger damage spike. So even though it's a bit more than 2k more expensive, that'll be a much bigger damage spike. So I will be going for that next. Holy shit! Who's dropping 3 glacial abyss? That's 4 in this one circle or area already. Of course. And my guy has created landmines, of course, because why wouldn't he? So there's a bounty there. The good news is I don't have to worry about only having 2 lives on this strat. If I did, the number of maps I would have genuinely bricked. Oh, I would want to imagine that. If you reinforcements. That's a 20 stack. How do you have so much ES, my dude? Thank you. We had an open space and I used it to its fullest. Of course. We'll pick up the FP on our way back. Oh shit, out the 20 stack. I didn't even realize it. Rare monsters gain damage avoidance, which is removed upon entering this. You receive... Oh shit, I receive additional damage on low. Isn't this exactly what I just had? How much is a stack of snow paper? Because I think at this point I should have multiple. Oh, I only have the one full stack. The other one's half. About 50 something, right? Not 5. Yeah, so it's 55, 56. Actually, it's 60 for a full stack. All right. So I have like 60 here. This is about to fill up. When it does, that's gonna be nice money. I'm not farming this, sadly. These I farmed a lot of already. I think I used all my winding keys when I adjusted the tree today, so this is all fresh. I probably want to use all my flame sand, to be fair. This is taking up quite the inventory space as well. And while I am here, I probably also want to look at... Okay, no, I was going to say I probably want to look at my oasis, but then I just remembered there's no point. Brother in Christ. I say there's no point because I haven't made any upgrades since yesterday, so I don't think I would be able to clear much more in the... Oh god, there's a worm. course they are mines, because why not? I basically have to wait until I'm done with this current endeavor, and then I do some mass liquidating, and then with that currency I can then go ahead and buy upgrades, get to the level I need to for Oasis, and then start re-leveling those guys. So I think for now the goal is to just hoard resources on Oasis. Yeah, I think that would be the goal. I don't think I've had this guy kill me before, so that's a first. Holy. Man was sitting on the statue of war.
Just realized that this Merc has Molten Strike with Chain. Oh.
Lol. What's the problem with that?
Molten Strike doesn't chain.
Okay, so it's the bouncy one. It's your Zenith guy. I mean, it's like Mark said, they never said they were always going to be good builds. You know. Sometimes they just happen to follow a bait build. It is what it is. Happens to the best of the mercs. I think the first time I remember someone mentioning how they were bricking themselves was early on when someone found an EA mercenary repairs.
Yeah, which was fair. Alright, the build is done. The gear is crafted. The Merc is ready.
Surely you get
honestly,
you get punishment effect where you can, right?
Not a bad idea.
Either that or just Inferno, or just give him like.
Windscreen
Honestly,
gives an increased effect of his curses, right?
You're using a shield, right? Instead of using Dawnbreaker, you can consider using Red Blade Banner. So
well, he has Windscreen, doesn't he? Like Windscreen gives you increased effective curses, right?
No, it just gives you plus curse.
Is it area that it gives?
Windscreen? It gives you res.
Oh, it's area of effect of hex skills. Yeah, the res is fine. That is fine.
I don't know that it gives you that either. I think it just gives res.
It does. I'm looking at it right now.
Okay.
So I go pull for Doro. That's why I'm here.
If you like compass farming, sure. But it pairs well with Alice. Do you have Alice?
Oh my god, I just got so much FE from logging in. Are these just bugged and not giving you completions when they should be?
What do you mean?
I was just surprised by the FE. So why do I care about Doro? Holy smokes.
You just read it, Abby?
Holy!
You just read Doro, right? Do you see why you should care about Doro now?
I should roll, alright?
Do you have Alice?
Okay, real talk.
Please don't kill me, please don't kill me.
No, I don't know this. Okay, hear me out on... I heard that going to memory and pulling cube pet is actually really good
Judging by
because
memory.
of the every time you get Rose, who is the memories where you go to pull the old mechanics.
Okay.
Every time you Rose is the cube pet. Every time you get
I know.
Rose, when you pull it from this banner, you get 2.
That's you get
You go
2.
2, 4, 6 with this. This is how Fubgun did it. Yeah, because that's Rose's like exclusive mechanic. It gives when you get her, you get 1 upgrade material with her.
What are you talking about? The generic one that has the pirate on it?
No, I'm talking about cube.
Cube isn't there.
Cube has, if you go to memory, pack spirit, evil desires, it's literally the cube mechanic. Heart binding rose. It's her. You can go pull in memories for stuff like that.
Let me finish this map.
I mean, they've got, yeah, make sure you can.
What's that?
You lagging this man?
Am I lagging? What do you mean am I
Like
lagging?
moving in slow mo. Oh no, it's just my YouTube is catching up. Sorry.
Oh.
Oh shit, we got a new PoE interview with a game designer that we haven't met before.
I think I sent it to you.
No, this one just came out 46 seconds ago.
Which one is that? It's not Gavrin's interview then.
No, it's Zaki, a game designer. Zaki, the game designer on volatiles, monster balance, and K-pop. Holy.
Lol. So on this thing, PoE's YouTube.
Yeah.
All right. So you said go to memories, which is none of those. Still fucking none of those. Boon.
Just go to the pack.
Memories, pack spirits here. And then you go to, you said Rose.
Pack spirits. Rose is the second one.
Yes.
That's literally the cube one. That's where you go. You can go and focus pull cube. Now, when there's a 30% chance, every time you get Rose, you get to claim this heart binding Rose insignia once. So literally, you go 2, 4, 6 when you pull for Rose.
30% chance to obtain a corresponding season pack spirit upon getting a rare or magic pack spirits.
The next line.
Every time you get the hard binding rose, you get additional claim. You actually claim hard binding rose insignia up to 3 times. So what is this first line? 30% chance to gain obtain the corresponding season pack spirit upon getting a rare or magic pack spirit.
You will get one of the. You'll just have a 30% chance to get a pack spirit for cube, right? There's probably other like there is for other mechanics. There's other pack spirits for you know cube stuff.
But here's the thing, right? These are more expensive per pull. I hope you know that.
I mean, yes, that's how I know. Yeah. I mean, this is still fine though in terms of.
I have never
If you
actually
get her
come
once,
to.
you get her twice.
I've actually never
You
come to
said
this
2
page.
for her is not that good.
Yeah, 2 is trash.
All right,
for her.
so one interesting thing about this page is a lot of shit has changed. If you go back to Rose, you see that you get 1 exclusive pack spirit is guaranteed for every 4 legendaries you get.
Yeah.
They changed that. If you go to any of the current ones, it's now 1 for 2.
That's how it's always been. This is 1 for 4.
It's 1 for 2.
Yes,
These are 1 for 4.
1 for 2 is how it's always been. I don't know about the past memories, but like these ones have always been 1 for 2.
Yeah. So basically, every 4 legendaries you get Rose, and for example, Doro, every 2 legendaries you get Doro. Because picked in this context is just the banner of the person, since you can't actually pick anything.
I know.
Well, as someone that wants to get into cube,
I have Rose.
well, I want to.
So you know what you're going to be pulling. So this is are you going to be clicking this?
Short. I think I will. I think I will build up because I don't think I care about the other mechanics as much as I thought. I feel more FOMO for Cube.
Why? It has your dopamine hits.
Yeah,
Or
because I think I want to actually just start degenerate gambling in this game. I think I want to like I don't actually really push my gambling tendencies in PoE. I really don't. Like I kind of troll it like I do. But I actually want this game to just like, all right, this is gonna enter the cook channel culture. I want this game to fuck me harder than I think I've ever like had it before.
what the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. I mean, just know when every single time I click greed, it feels like for every one I win, I lose like 4 greeds.
I know.
So
I'm okay with that.
okay. I mean, if you are, then that's all that matters, I guess.
There's only so many times you can chaos spam your maps. Why would you limit that?
What do you mean? Oh, you mean like TLI? Of course. That's just the way it is.
I know that.
Yeah, I'm used to it.
Kind of funny.
It's basically a mechanic to incentivize you to go with what you have at some point, because it doesn't actually cost you any resources to reroll the mods. It only costs you resources when you run the map.
Actually didn't know that.
Yep. It only costs you when you run the map, and as such, that is their way of making you take things you're less comfortable with, because otherwise you have to run it unjuiced.
Mm.
I mean, if you go like 2 pages in, I think we can reroll 3 times. If you go 2 pages in and you don't see something you're comfortable with, most times if it's not a break, I would run it, and then the next map I'm going to reroll it, because then it refreshes, right?
What tier is the mods in your map? Am I in 82 right now?
What do you mean?
My monster level 87. Am I in 81s?
Yes, I'm on 86.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't realize. I was like, damn, this Blade of Eternal just killed me 3 times in a row and spawned. That was weird. Like, he killed me instantly. I spawned, went back into the map. He charged me and killed me again. I'm like, oh, wow, that's weird. I guess sometimes they just are turbo.
The worm didn't kill me this time. Thank the heavens.
In a couple of minutes, I might be AFK for a bit, trying out the game of cats. God, I hope it goes well, man.
Good luck.
I worked really hard on this.
Yes, you did. Fingers crossed.
I mean, if Pandemonium is too much to start, I'll just do like Juicy Beyond Breach.
I mean, you can always work your way up, right?
We kind of need to, right? Like, we're both on the early setup, which means we can't just like, start doing Giga Exiles stuff. We need to. Holy. How we're doing this again, guys?
My husband Jade died.
I'm fighting an invading dream, dude, and he actually just like, I don't even know what I'm fighting. Yeah, bro. Thanks for the 1 FE.
You are most welcome. At least you dropped the FE. One thing I will say for my current strats, you need DPS for it. Like, I feel uncomfortable doing it with my current DPS.
Surely I should just reroll soon. Yeah,
I mean,
and it should shield recharge. I don't know if I can keep playing without it.
You've not switched your shield, right?
No, I haven't really finished crafting yet.
The part that feels bad, in my opinion, when you have to reroll builds, is the I'm making currency now, but I can't spend this. I'm not getting any stronger, but I don't like where I'm at. But I don't feel any better.
Yep.
If it ends up feeling like it's like punishment.
I mean, it does. So.
It's kind of also when you need to go for like really expensive upgrades and you're not happy with where you are. So like to a degree, I guess I feel that way currently, but like it's to a lesser degree because I know there are upgrades I could get that like if I just decide to right now I can just get and I'll feel better. But I'm intentionally doing that because I think I'm going for a bigger spike. And I don't think it's that far off because of how much money I'm earning. But like when it looks far enough away that it's just like I just have to keep doing this for like another 3 days, like okay, you know, that's when it starts really feeling bad.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to reroll, I mean, you just kind of have to
I don't
tank
know
it.
yet. I mean, I'm having fun farming T8s right now. The question is just like how much FE am I making an hour, right? That's the real question. That's what's gonna determine whether it's fun to play it. If I'm making like 10 an hour, then yeah, it's a look out.
I said 10 an hour.
I don't really know what I'm making right now, to be honest.
I mean, I'm making more than that, I can tell you that much. I don't know how much I'm making per hour either, but I know I'm making a decent amount of money per hour.
I wish when an update came into a filter, the game would just tell you. Like, Julie's like, you can pause my game and tell me. You pause my game to tell me dumber shit.
Lol.
The same way you give me notifications when there's a new pool. I logged in, attacked, and I'm like, alright, bro.
No, I didn't even take note of it was until I think Rashon pointed it out, or no, he didn't. Did he point it out? Actually, I went to look again. I was like, oh wait, there's Sandlord in here. Why are you in here? I didn't know they added stuff over the season. Do you know how disparaged I would have been if I had spent on the season mechanic and then I saw Sandlord? Because I was really concerned. I was like, oh, but it's not gonna be here. Do I really just save this till next season? Like, the nice. I'm so happy I redid. Like, honestly.
Dopamine we all fight for, ladies and gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
I hear.
I am running out of Glacial Abyss not keystones, maps, beacons. Why? What is going on here? Why have I not been dropping maps? Explain yourself. What is this dry patch? Like, how do I bleed my way down from 19? And what is the dry run I am on? Now, granted, I've also made like decent amount of like FE elsewhere, but like the whole point of this is like sustain maps while running them. You can't then hold out on me and not give me said maps. This strat would be so much better and profound, like significantly better, but the damage requirement, I can only imagine what that would look like. When even the bosses, when I can blow up 8 zeros, are like being tougher. Oh god.
Alright, I'll be back. I'll let you know how it goes.
Good luck. Freaking worm. Alright. We're getting better at dealing with the worm with our current DPS. There we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is how you're supposed to be. Oh god. Oh god, yeah, but it's bosses here again. I don't know why I was trapped there. You're going to have to follow me because I'm not about to start fighting here. Last time I tried, it ended up very poorly. You're good. You're dead. I think that has to be one of the worst maps to deal with bosses on. Every single time I try, it's ass. It is completely ass every single time. Okay, now I'm sustained again. Holy. Did you send me on a drought just to make sure I was paying attention? Surely not, right? You wouldn't do that. Another one. Oh, have I just not been clearing as thoroughly as I should? Is that the problem? I feel like I've been clearing relatively like thoroughly. We've gotten so many of the snow paper tiles in a row. Okay, so we have a bounty, so we're going to do this league mechanic, but let's just clear ahead of ourselves first. 2 escort bodyguards instead of 3, and then 100. I'm just now realizing there's actually a quest on the side that shows your progress with the current task. That is good to know. All right, I'm done. Oh god. Dude, what is going on? This should just spawn to kill me? Ooh, glacial abyss. Don't mind if I do. Kill him. Thank you. Brother in Christ. Just kill him. Just kill him. Thank you. And it's the worm again. I need to make sure they stay in my curse range. These are the areas where I just feel very comfy when I'm scaling increased AoE, but right now I am not. Holy. Okay. Getting kind of tired. But we still have at least one more map before we can... Oh, we're at the full stack of resonance now. After this map, I'm going to take a look at just how much we've made so far from... Or I guess not from the strat itself, but like... If we were to liquidate, how much would we get from the things we've gotten that I am aware of at least? Because in terms of... In terms of pure FE, I think we're about 500-ish higher than when we started, but that's not a fair check because like I wasn't like, I didn't isolate it, and I think I sold some things from like previous farming, so that would be tainted, if you will. So going to I mean we've gained quite a bit of FE, but not probably like in the 300s, 200, 300. And this one we've gotten like 30, 33, but it's literally one oblivion. This we've gotten, we have over 100 and 1,100 now. We started at 17, so literally like 1,100, which 1,000 is going for 95, give or take. So a bit over 95 FE there. I haven't kept track of these guys. I probably should have for it. For much less, but it is what it is. Then we have 2 stacks of snow paper. Each stack is 65, 60 something, 62. So that's another 100 and something FE right there. And then of course we've got to like, let's be pessimistic and say like 15 of each, because I did have some before. This would probably have been 10, but and if I average them to about 3 FE each, then that's about 45 times 4, 180. So if we were to liquidate everything, we would be at like I think 2,800 to 3K. We'd be close to our goal, but not quite on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm still going to farm more off stream, and by tomorrow I should have my Warden's breastpin, if I play my cards right, of course. Or I should have my Warden's breastpin. Then I would recraft this guy so that it can have crits. That means this needs an advanced affix in crit strike rating, which means this has to then change to an ultimate affix. Yeah, it has to change to hybrid phase. So hybrid phase, and then this would have to switch from an ultimate to like, I guess this switches to an advanced is fine, and then we can get hybrid. No, hybrid phase has to go here, so this has to stay where it is. Oh no, hybrid phase is going here, so this can stay, and then that would mean this would switch to a basic, right? This switches to crits, this stays fizz, this So this can switch to crit. This one becomes ultimates with hybrid fizz. So then it's hybrid fizz, pen, flat fizz, and then crit fizz, or fizz crit, whatever way, any which way. That's what we're going to be going for, at least. So this 31% will have to be rolled over. It's literally bottom row T2. That. But yeah, by getting double crits, we're going to be double dipping with our Warden's Breastplate, because Warden's Breastplate will give them about however much, 70 something percent of my crit chance, or however much I get as a roll. Now that I think about it, this one is 50%. That's trash. 3% is better. So realistically, I should be going for like about 4K. Plus the one I had saved sold, I imagine. You sold as well, Saj. Yeah, this is good that it's sold. 53% was going to be asked for me. So realistically, we're saving up for like 4K, 5K. We're not spending 5K on that. Trust. But like on this, we can, because 72%. So yeah, that's probably going to be what we end up saving for. It's going to be a lot of currency, that's for sure. This would honestly be good as well. This is not this. Basically, I need to do this. Need to make sure. Clear 62. Let's see. Yeah, something like that. That's gonna be quite the save. Holy. But yeah, that's going to be the big reswap or respec. It's going to take quite a bit of farming, even from where I'm currently at. I basically need to double whatever amount of money I currently am sitting at. And while that should be doable, that also just sounds like a lot. But yeah, we'll take it easy so we don't burn out on TLI and all that. But yeah, I should be back tomorrow with some more. Till then, have a good night and thank you for stopping by.